Hey everybody, Thermaltake, and we're back here building with the new Versa C23 RGB. Now we got some great components laid out here. We're going to be going with a 240mm AIO using our Water 3.0, which will work perfect for the C23, specifically because the C23 RGB has an integrated fan controller. And that's right, folks, it supports the Ring RGB analog fans. So being able to link all the fans up internally into the case and then having a nice convenient button on the top there to change to just a variety of different colors, as well as 11 different modes, gives the C23 a nice advantage. So we're gonna go forward here with the build, so follow along for the ride and let's get started. Before we get started with the build, we've jumped ahead here and pre-installed some components. I got our MSI Z178 Gaming Pro motherboard. Thanks for the support, MSI. We also got some nice Ballistic Elite DDR4 memories in here, so thank you very much, Crucial, for that. And then of course we have our Thermaltake Smart DPSG 750 watt power supply. All kind of laid out, getting everything ready for the graphics card, putting in the cooling for the CPU, and installing the rest of our fans. So we'll go forward here with installing the 240 AIO next. Before installing our Water 3.0 AIO, of course we're going to need to throw some thermal paste here on our i5 6600. So we're going to use our TG8 Thermaltake paste to get that quickly applied. Now that we have that set, we'll go ahead and we'll get our pump mount installed here on the CPU block first, and then we'll go ahead and we'll raise our radiator up and get it installed into the C23. Now a note on the Water 3.0 is you can actually mount and attach all the brackets, so you just have your 4 points for your screws, and then using your back plate with the stickers on the back will hold the back plate nicely in place while you install the water block. Installing the radiator is very simple now that we have our pump installed, but to talk a little bit about the fans and which way you should put them on. Since my radiator here is going to be mounting going up, I'm going to make sure my fans are going to have the airflow going through the radiator, as you can see here how I have it laid out. I also have my cables on this side because that's going to be the motherboard side where it's going to go, so my cables aren't in the front, so I get the best cable management possible. So we're going to go ahead here and install the radiator now into the C23. Now we have our radiator. We're going to go ahead and install it into the top. First, you'll want to take your two fan cables and you're going to pass them through the little port that is here on the top to make it real easy. And then since I'm mounting this with the tubes to the front, I'm just rotating it around as I'll bring it up and into the case. Now another thing to definitely mention with any AIO is to always use the screws that come with the AIO, even though some aftermarket fans will come with their own screws, so that way you use the correct screws that match the threading on the radiator. One of my favorite features with the C23 is the fact of the integrated RGB ring fan controller and lighting adjustment modes that are built in. And with that, and adding in our Ring AIO that already includes two fans, that gives us basically 3 spots left. So I have a 3-pack of our Ring RGB fans, which you can also purchase separately, and then that will give you 5 fans total to fill up your system so you have proper inlet and exhaust for your fan airflow. And then the best part is it's all tied in with a convenient button to be able to change the lighting here real simple. So we'll go forward here with installing our 2 fans in the front and then swapping out the back fan as well. All right, now here's our C23 Ring RGB fan controller. Now this runs up to the IO panel towards the top to be able to control everything. And then of course it requires additional power here with this 4-pin Molex connection that I'll have routed here from our power supply. Now I have my 2 fans here in the front that I can easily plug in here on the left side. And then I have my other 2 fans coming down from my AIO, and of course the one in the back that I can plug left or right, doesn't matter. You get up to 8 ports here on the back of the controller. Now this is great for being able to plug in, but it does only work with our Ring RGB analog fans, which we'll list down below in the comments, just to make sure everybody knows what they'll need to use and what's compatible with this controller. Being able to select different options for the color makes it gloriously RGB again for people looking to match everything up from the case lighting to the internal fans that are all connected and sync together with the Ring RGB analog fans. Alrighty folks, we got the beautiful Versa C23 RGB all decked out here, fired up, and of course we have everything synced in here in an RGB flavor. Being able to link the nice accented LED strips across the top and down the front with all your fans on the inside makes it very convenient at a touch of a button. And if you want to learn more about the C23, check our website for more details. And of course, give us that thumbs up, folks, and drop any questions you have down in the comments below. I'm happy to interact with you guys and tell you even more about the C23. And until next time, I'm Thermal Mike. Thank you for watching.